Hello, this is Sage the Balloon Sage, and today I'm going to be teaching you this beautiful and certainly unique princess staff. I set out to make a princess staff that looked different than the ones I've seen, and I think I succeeded to an extent. But I'll tell you why I really succeeded, because this isn't just a princess staff. It's also a sword. This is, no joke, the same exact design, and although it's beautiful here and has details, this is actually also a really cool sword. I just switched the colors there, and I made one portion a little more rounded than the other, but as you can see, same exact design. But that's not where the limits are of this design. In fact, I then took the sword concept and then, with slight alterations, created these elemental swords. This is the molten steel sword, fire sword, and this is Poseidon's cyclone, which is the water sword. I'm pretty proud of these swords as well, and yes, I will be releasing a tutorial for these, but let's keep it simple for now. Let's do this beautiful transforming princess staff. So you begin with a 350, and it will be blown up about halfway or so. And the other three balloons, two of them will be blown up to about 4 fingers of tail, and one of them will be inflated, and quick inflated stretch, to maybe 6 fingers of tail. So we begin by creating a, I'd say, 7-finger cylinder twist, just like this, and then tie your 6-finger tail over here. Then once you've done that, you're going to make 3 pinch twists. Like that. Right. Put them into this little formation right here, and twist back to where you left off. And you're going to follow along right here with the 260 and tie off right at this point. Once you've done that, you're going to create 2 pinch twists, large pinch twists, out of the 350. One on this side. Good. Now you're going to have to make sure there's enough air here for you to work with. If it's too tight, it will pop. And I've had these pop a lot, so. Alright, just make sure nice and malleable, and then make that second pinch twist. Okay. So at this point, you want to make sure it's all tied into each other, not just one around one part. And they have to all be knotted up together. Once you get to that point, you're going to make a stabilization pinch twist right here. Again, make sure there's enough room. And then pinch off. Again, tie this into this cluster so it's all even. Alright. Now, you may need a 5th balloon or a 4th 260. I'm attempting to make it with just the ones I have here, but it turns out you will need some more. So, make a cylinder twist about like this. You're going to make 2 pinch twists, even, and then you will leave off right here with a bubble. Just like that. Pop off. So far you should have this. Now we need to take this and turn it into this, which will then turn into this. Gosh, this sword looks great. Okay. So we will have to use a extra 260. I tried to avoid it because I try to conserve balloons on these designs, but this one, just not going to happen. So we do the same thing. We got the bubble, and we got the 2 pinch twists, flat pinch twists, that is. And we're going to measure out a cylinder twist to match the one we have right here. Perfect. This is kind of a tight bubble. We need to get it in there. Now this is a little difficult, but I think we can manage. Tie tie it into the whole middle there, and do it whatever way you can as long as it's in there securely. Do it carefully. And let's see, yes, we will not need the rest of this, so pop off. And tie it in real nice. Nice. Well, it appears we need another stabilization pinch twist in the back here. But that's okay, because we're going to take our last two 260s that will create the actual wand, or the actual staff. And we're going to tie them together. Okay, now we're going to pop off our 350 excess here. So do that. Tie this in. You want this all real even and fully tied into itself as one entity. Okay. So, let's see. We'll just tie this in directly again as well. But we need a stabilization pinch twist, so I'm going to, again, make this nice and malleable by pushing the air back this way, getting a little slack. Make your pinch twist carefully. Again, I'm a stickler, but go all the way through, exactly on the side. And now, once you've adjusted, you have everything in place. And it's time to do our spiral. Make sure the pinches are flat. Okay. You see how I've done that? Alright, very beautiful. Now, the best way to do this, push from the back and tie them off first, because you want the balloons to be very full. No slack here. Do it with both. Okay. Now, hold it in under one arm, and just twist this around. The length is up to you. I don't like to make it too big. Maybe like this is fine. And create these ends, tie them together. You should always have a pair of scissors right near you, as I do right here. Tie this off. Snip these off. And finish by twisting off two bubbles down here together. And just kind of tying them in there. Or you can make them pinch twist, whatever you want to do. That's some kind of little end there. Hold them in place. Okay, well this is your basic princess wand. And as I said, comes a sword. So these are the basics. You can do extra things. You can actually use part of the 350, make this bigger, use 350 pinch twists, and then use the 260 to do some other detailing like this. Of course, this was a sword as well. And you can make a chain of bubbles as well. You know what? Maybe I should teach you how to do that as well. Okay, I'm going to do that. I know this is going to be a longer tutorial, and those don't do as well, but let's just do this right. Alright, inflate a 260 to maybe halfway. And I believe you need approximately 21 bubbles. So it's kind of hard to manage the air on these sometimes, but let's see what we can do. Alright, give it a little inflated stretch. We'll start up at the top and tie it right into the middle there. And we'll just start making bubbles. So 1, 2, 3. Again, you gotta try to control the air from the back. 4, 5, 7, and make sure they're twisted enough, because you do not want even one of these to come undone, because that's the whole aesthetic right there ruined. Okay, keep going. This is the technique I use to twist it. I just do it real fast. A lot of practice with this. Okay, once you got maybe 20, you're going to run it along the length of one of the colors. So I'm going to pick purple here. Wrap it around just like that. And then just continue until you're at the bottom of the design. And of course you're going to want to do a nice little tie-in. Maybe pop off first, even. Okay. Thank you for joining me on this tutorial, and I hope you'll join me on future tutorials, of which there will be many on the way and already filmed. Please subscribe, please like, and thanks a lot.